Welcome back to another opponent preview with the head coach, Dan Campbell. And in week 2, we saw the explosive plays on offense. We saw the sacks and pressures on the defensive side of the ball. What is the number one thing your team has to carry into week 3 against the Baltimore Ravens?
We have to improve over what we did last week. So as good as that was, there are still things that we got to clean up. We had a couple of mentals in there at critical times. Man, when our defense gets takeaways, we have to score in the red zone. Like we have to capitalize on those. Those are the little things we can still get better at.
Number one thing when you face Baltimore, you have to talk about quarterback Lamar Jackson. Even when you think the play is dead, he's going to bail his team out. How do you keep him from doing that this week?
There's nothing easy about it. Number one, keep him in the pocket. Number two, really a lot of times you got to play with vision. You know, you got to be careful playing too much man-to-man and turn your back on him because he'll just sit there and let you run and then he takes off. But keep this guy in the pocket. When he bails backwards. He does not initially try to bust through here and go. So we got to take advantage of that and just keep closing. It's really one of these cast the net, close the net on him. And then hopefully he won't do something like this because this is where he's very dangerous. That's part of what makes him a great player.
Yeah, he's going to find Zay Flowers because Zay Flowers is just having one heck of a year in year 3, coming off a Pro Bowl season. How can your secondary limit him so he doesn't come up with these big explosive plays?
I got a lot of respect for this player, man. He is an explosive player. Really, you got to play sticky coverage on this guy as much as you can. You got to get your hands on him. This is one of those guys, third down, they go to him. You know, he's got a really good route tree. He's quick, he's dynamic, he's explosive. So get your hands on him and don't let him just run right through the defense. That's where it starts. And then you just gotta hang with him because if this guy breaks contain and now you got him running through your defense, you got issues.
Stopping the run is always another big emphasis for your defense. Running back Derrick Henry only had 23 yards in week 2, but we're going to go back to week 1 because this is what he does best, a 50-yard burst. Yeah. How do you begin to contain that?
Yeah, man, everybody, you got to fit your gap. You got to stay in your gap. And if we can just make this guy stop his feet, and the minute he stops his feet, we get on him so he doesn't get restarted. And then it's population of the football. If you open a crease and you just one play decide that you're not going to be where you're supposed to be, this is what happens right here. This little dip was enough for one guy to jump out of his gap. There it is. And now the rest is gone. All right, well, then somebody's got to make up for it and get him down. Well, no, that's not going to do it. You're not going to go and take this guy down running through his quads, all right? So it's going to take 2 or 3 to get him down. You got to make him restart his feet. This guy's an issue. He's a good player.
On the other side of the ball, another issue would be Kyle Van Noy if he is playing. He's injured right now coming out of week 2. So you turn to Roquan Smith, 25 tackles, 9 TFLs already. How do you keep him from being a wrecking ball against your offense?
He's really smart, man. Look, he's a really good player. Of course, he's explosive. He's athletic. He's all these. But he always plays one step ahead because his key and diagnose is elite, in my opinion. He's a highly intelligent football player. But these are, listen, you got to get a hat on him. This guy, he's supposed to be accounted for here. He's the Mike linebacker. Like, you don't just let Roquan run through your defense, and we don't have a hat on him. It is this guy's responsibility. He does not take him. That's an issue. So let's start there. At least get a hat on him and see if he can get off of those blocks and make a play.
No doubt this is a very big road test for your team. What kind of measuring stick is it for the rest of the season?
It's a really good measuring stick. I think more than anything, win, lose, or whatever, which we're not going down there to lose. That's not the point of this. But, man, you gain experience and you get better. The better teams you play, the better the teams, the coaches, the athletes, the better you get. And I think this is all, you just continue to sharpen yourself, and then by the end of the season, you're playing your best football. And, man, you've had to go through some serious trials and tribulations.
Yep. All right, Coach. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.